Heineman drops it off. Long shot just goes past the far post there on Johansson.
The Islanders don't mess around on their offense. They're a forechecking team. They throw pucks at net from everywhere. They look for rebounds and they look to push you back for an extended period of time in your own end like this.
Schaefer into the middle, give and go play that was cut off and broken up by Hagel off the glass and just out after an extended shift inside the blue line by New York. Now this one's turned over. Here comes Gord with a shot saved by Sorokin. Big rebound. Back of the net for Yanni Gord.
Turnover by Heineman. Yanni Gord's going to get a chance. Watch Gord look into the middle. He knows he's got a guy with him. He knows he probably is not going to score from there, so he shoots off the far pad.
Everybody always does. Lightning step back in. Bjorkstrand leaves it for James. Hard snapshot. Good save by Sorokin.
Pucks to the net. Get turnovers. Get a look at the net. That's what James wants. Anytime he can get a look from there, that's right off the noggin. Yeah, Bo Horvat, smart guy. Your defenseman has to have a stick in the defensive zone around the net.
Here's Crozer. His shot hits the crossbar. Pulls that one down. Here's Jake Gensel. One-on-one with Schaefer. Puts it in the middle for Hagel. Hard one-timer. Good glove save by Sorokin. And now controlled by Gord. Flips it across to Darren Radish. Radish centers it in front. And that was Douglas reaching for that one at Sorokin.
Islanders come back the other way. Lightning get pucks to the net as well. And that was Douglas.
Islanders have not had a shot in 7 minutes. Here's Siplikov. He'll pull it back cleanly to Schaefer. Schaefer, that's a shot that reaches the net, but a long-range wrister handled easily by Johansson. Up ahead, Lilleberg takes the pass, flips it in towards Sorokin. He'll kick it aside. Bjorkstrand after it. Mayfield hard up the opposite side. Bounces into the middle. Quick shot saved by Sorokin. Rebound bounced away from Bjorkstrand. Another long-range shot deflected over the Islanders' net and into the corner. Picked up by Paul.
That was all started by Moser pitching down on the play.
And it was a good shot. Here's another one and another save by Sorokin. A chance for Bjorkstrand. Absolutely, it's been on my mind. I think about it every single day.
Yeah, if he had said no, my first word out of my mouth would have been liar.
Yeah. Radish got a stick on that. Broke up that trip up the ice for New York. Here's Bjorkstrand. His shot. And Sorokin wasn't quite sure to check behind him as it goes off his glove and into the netting. He'll drop it back behind the net. Centering attempt there from Horvat. Ends up with a shot attempt and another save by Johansson on that shot by Shabanov. The Lightning get possession of the puck off the draw. Here's Lilleberg trying to turn the corner. Lilleberg to the net. Big collision with Sorokin. Here's Paul. He cannot turn the corner. Schaefer stuck with him. Edmund puts it across. There's a shot, and Sorokin sees through the traffic and hangs on. Extra attacker is now on the ice for New York. Here's Schaefer with a shot. Save, rebound, and Johansson does cover up. Schaefer feeds it down low. You got Horvat in front. Back to Schaefer, near side, Shabanov with a shot that goes off a leg, over to the far boards, kicked back by Barzal, intercepted by Lilleberg, and cleared.
Islanders like to use a fair amount of motion on their power play. Barzal in particular, you already got a taste of it there. He's just that kind of player. He doesn't want to stand still anywhere, so he'll be moving all over the zone, and Schaefer's the guy running the play up top.
Good breakup by Cirelli, up the ice, short-handed, shoots, and Sorokin got a piece of that. Near side pass. Hagel puts it down low. Paul's in the slot. Here's Hagel back to the Stu again. The stick works that time. Shot stopped by Sorokin. Top of the circle, works it down low to Cirelli. Gets it right back. Here's Hagel again. Takes his time. That's Stu with a shot. That's blocked. Rebound. Sorokin now. Puck is loose. Paul's in there. Can't get the shot to go. Pass got away from Ritchie. Holmstrom now with a good feed to Duclair. His shot off the post. That's 2 posts in the last 30 seconds.
Johansson says, nope, it's not in. And then Anthony Duclair. I think Johansson.
And he can't connect with Cirelli. At the line, Gensel waits. Puts it across. Hagel. Cirelli's there digging to get his stick free. Penalty call coming up here. The Stu hangs on. Gensel at the top. Here's Hagel slaying down in front, saved by Sorokin, right on the doorstep. Cirelli got
really good shots because of the good reads and good passes by Brandon Hagel, and then here's how the last one ended. So Hagel's got New York Islanders. Everybody's getting involved, and they made those penalty killers work that last shift.
And they control it off the draw. There's a shot and a save again by Sorokin. That one on Hagel. So teams back to 5-on-5. The Lightning with a total of 3 shots in their 2 power play attempts. Here they come up the ice. Hagel steps in, leads for Gensel. Gensel back to Hagel. Hagel backhand save, rebound, and it's pushed just wide. Rink wide to Mayfield. He's got a lane. Mayfield with the shot. Fought off by Johansson. Pippin has to avoid that broken stick back of the net. Pushes that aside and surveys what's coming up as the Lightning complete a change from their bench.
Those sticks are a nuisance, Dave. They really can be. They can help you sometimes. They can hurt you.
Here's a good pass into the middle. It's Finley in. Stopped by Sorokin. What a pass up to Finley, and what a chance. Hagel and Cirelli lead the way with 4 apiece. Horvat to the net, little bouncer, and it's batted away. Pelech holds it in. Racing after it is Hagel and Cirelli. Cirelli gets into the corner. This one comes around. Met by Radish. Radish with a sharp angle shot. Punched down by Sorokin again. Thrown all the way in by Bjorkstrand. James is up there. In comes the forecheck from Paul. Takes that away. Turns and shoots. Knocked down by that glove of Sorokin. Really special hockey game. I know the Lightning fans were frustrated with the end call for sure. Here's Douglas towards the net.
We had fun, though. That was a fun game to do. We've gone to overtime. That's remarkable.
Yeah, those numbers don't include today. There was another one today with Colorado. Here's Pelech. His shot saved by Johansson on Adam Pelech.
Yeah, another Denny Potvin for the organization.
Potvin, one of the 5 first overall picks in franchise history. Long shot, handled by Sorokin. Duclair feeds it back to the line for D'Angelo. D'Angelo, little back pass. Ritchie with a drive, and then it's swollen up and held by Jonas Johansson. Held in by D'Angelo. The first 2 minutes are up on the double minor. Here's Holmstrom. His shot hits the post. Littleberg out there with no stick. It's broken.
Cirelli is just gas. Somebody's got to give Littleberg a stick, though.
Put across to Holmstrom. Holmstrom. D'Angelo, his drive, looking for the tip. Ritchie tucks it in. And the Islanders get a power play goal to take a 1-0 lead.
The broken stick is key. Littleberg's stick breaks. He doesn't have one for a while. From Cirelli, he can't get back to the front of the net. Watch the exchange here. The Islanders, you got to give them credit for getting the puck down to the area where Littleberg was. Littleberg can't get back there. It's a play at the crease. Johansson can't get a hold of the puck, and they score from a bad angle on a jam play.
Well, the only good news out of that whole sequence was that the Islanders scored during the second.
One of the referees just got an earful for John Cooper again, because Gensel, on his shift out there killing penalties in the offensive zone, got slashed on the hand and was waving his hand around.
Doesn't have a ton of experience in the NHL, but he's no dummy. There's a hard shot, and there's a save by Johansson on Pulock, who can really bring the heat off a stick and wide. Littleberg hard on his man again. No, it's Heineman again, who's just catching his breath there after having it.
Here goes Littleberg.
And it's Littleberg. It shoots. Saved by Sorokin. Nets by Paul. Now Matt Barzal is able to get this one up in the air. And Casey Zizekas into the empty net. And that's going to do it with 1.6 on the clock. The Islanders are going to win this thing.
And Casey Zizekas is just gassed. He can barely get to the bench. He knew it was going to go in. He turned around and thought he was going to fall over here. The Lightning get everything done that they want except getting everything but in.
That guy right there is a big part of the story. Ilya Sorokin with a shutout tonight. He ties Chico Resch for the most in Islanders history.